E. What's up, Navy? How you doing? Okay. Tools. The song's very nice. Digging 1024 Enderman. Sure, this is true. What's up, Bat? How you doing? Still remember the dirt ages? Oh, those days are long gone now. It's been at least... it's been close to 300 hours of gameplay since then. You're digging a hole inside these Endermen. It's true. It's true. Chillin'. Very nice. Very nice. You like little chillin'. Oh yeah. The Pixel, how you doing? Chilling. Everyone's chilling at this time of day, it seems. What's up, Thor? How you doing? Applying to 1,000 new jobs. As you should, as you should. Dude, this job market's horrendous. And we've not even reached anywhere near the worst point yet. It's only just getting started. So I hope you can find something. Starbucks. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Wait, but they're actually valid for this. Honestly, if I was forced to work at Starbucks, I definitely would bite customers as well. Honestly, Thor, I could definitely see you biting a customer. Taking most jobs that allow you to bite people. I mean, every job allows you to bite people. It's just that some jobs you get to do it more than once. Gotta start biting customers in retail more. Honestly, I really do think if you work retail, you are like you should be allowed to beat up one customer a month at least. You should be able to legally beat up whoever you want once a month. If only Pretzel was here, he'd be so happy. He's definitely one of the people that enjoys this more, even more than the chunk mining. It's his favorite part of the stream. You know what's crazy to think about? I'm 100% certain the amount of Endermen I've killed in this is absolutely comparable to like genocide. Hold on. Let's find out. Enderman. 445,000. Surprised this song is just a bonus track. 440k, 445k is genocide, I think. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Let's have a debate. Is killing 445,000 of anything a genocide? I don't know, man. I don't know. I am aware. More than the population of Belize. Think if it's a single ethnic group, Enderman. I mean, I would say it's more of a species than an ethnic group. We kill 445k hairs every day. That just sounds like you're balding. Found a Vexay on Soulseek. I don't think that's the real Vexay. I don't know the Minecraft lore enough to know if Endermen are an offshoot of humans or not. Sharing OC maps. I'm gonna be real, I don't think the actual Vexay would do this. This sounds like a LARP. Does Vexay even have a score on Le Grand Bleu? If Vexay actually has a score on Le Grand Bleu, then I can maybe believe it. Otherwise, this is insane LARP. I would still check, because he is an old speed player in some sense, but he also didn't really play a lot of Air ADT from what I remember. The dude skipped straight to Air 9+. LARPing his Peppy on Soulseek to catch the world. Catch World Cup folder. Oh no. Oh no! Catch the world. Honestly, that'd be a sick name for a tournament. A Catch the Bee tournament. Catch the world. Oh man. Nah, honestly though, I really doubt that's Vexay just for the simple fact that this guy doesn't use like any social platforms at all. The dude does not care about being online at all. Yeah, I get that, but like, still, I really doubt he would sign up under the name Vexay, you know? I mean, if the guy doesn't even have like an actual social media presence at all, I don't see why he would sign up under the name Vexay. That feels like unneeded attention. Literally, the only thing I've ever seen him use is like Discord. Let a girl believe, my bad. I mean, yeah, that's Vexay. It's him. He loves Lacron Blue. Nah, there's no way Vexay has a score on that, let's be real though. I literally can't remember any A-rate DT scores from Vexay at all, actually. Like, Vexay was kind of, like, known as that, like, OG higher AR player. Not, like, AR-11 specifically, although he was good at sight reading that. But, like, he just went straight to AR-9 plus DT maps. Hello, Aquatic, how you doing? Gotta repair these tools. Oh, really? Alright. Let's see this. Dude, Vexay would not write that. The picture. Really be listening to Camellia while farming XP or chunks. Hey man, Camellia's stuff from like 2015 and earlier is actually good. Ex-friend defended Israel too many times. That one friend who's not woke enough. Wasn't woke, so he couldn't talk to him anymore. Many such cases. Been tuning down some mining lately. Found yourself not having time socializing after mining study. Yeah, no, I mean, mining takes a lot of time. I think you're definitely better off just doing a little bit on, you know, days where you need to live. If you're gonna do really long sessions again, just no more than once a week, I think, is fine. Like basically just one day where you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna work on my thing and ignore the outside world. 3 hours. 3 hours is not that bad. But yeah, definitely give yourself the ability to focus on your real life. It's worth it. It's actually something I've been thinking about more. Like I wasn't sure when to even talk about it on stream, but like low key, I'm starting to not like my streams on the weekends. I think those have been great actually, but like I think my late night streams have been not that enjoyable for me. The mining is fun, but I'm just so tired after work. This job I work is actually genuinely awful in terms of like physical. Like I'm so physically drained at the end of it, you know what I mean? Like I'm still mentally here, but I'm so physically out of it that it just it kills me, you know? Ouch. So I don't know. I'm starting to have second doubts on whether I should even bother doing streams on my work nights. Only thing I don't like about that is that I would lose, you know, 3 chunks worth of progress basically every week if I don't make up for that on the weekend somehow. But like, do I have to make it up, you know? Does this project really need to go literally as fast as possible? That might be the better question, honestly. It would suck though if I couldn't finish this project before they send me to the camps. Have I considered looking for a different type of jobium? I mean, the only reason I haven't looked is that truthfully, this is the highest paying job I've had, and the only job I've ever had that's given me any benefits of any kind. But, like, also, I'm still seeing if I'm gonna even be staying here that much longer. I'll probably figure out the answer to that in, like, 2 months' time. Because that's when the lease on this apartment is up. Unless I decide to renew, of course. But yeah, it's just difficult. I think it doesn't help that I have legitimately not had a vacation since I've started this job. I have not taken a single day off, and I think I've only gone home early 2 times. Like, more than, like, an hour early, I should say. So I'm probably just severely burned out as well. Like, not from this, but just from literally existing. I think that's also contributing a lot to why I feel this way. Because I've been loving this project, but it's just so hard for me to do this when I feel so physically just out of it. They're turning us into slaves. Well, yeah. Also, part of it is that, like, if I am to move, I want enough money to give, you know, me and my girlfriend buffer room in case things go really poorly. So I've been trying my best to work as much as I can to make sure we have the income for that type of thing. And also, like, I also just don't want to be in a situation where if, like, an unexpected cost comes up, like car repairs or whatever, like, it doesn't just completely screw us over. So that's been another incentive for me to never take a day off. But yeah, I'm very much at my wit's end in that regard. Gee, advice. I mean, I'm not sure I really need advice. I just need a vacation. That's probably the first thing I need. I mean, I really should. Low-key, it would be really nice if I just took an entire week off of work. You love digging since his escape from reality. You did 50K in 3 days, but now you may actually be productive. Yeah. I mean, definitely projects like this are a great way to kind of just be in your own little bubble. Although, unfortunately, I'm a little too, a little too deep into things like politics for me to really use the escapism to its fullest potential, but this is a nice change of pace from, you know, standing in a kitchen for 11 hours at a time. I think that's another reason why I feel the way I do. It's not just the fact that I'm working full-time, it's the specific type of work I'm doing. Like, I only work 4 days a week, but it is 11-hour kitchen shifts where I basically just don't sit down all day. Which is, rough. It's a challenge. I really don't know how... Yeah, actually, so we can do the job. Look, I'll say this. This job is not easy physically, like, at all. But it is pretty brain-dead work for the most part, aside from that. Like, every day is very much, like, you know what you're doing type of deal, which I like. I don't like big changes in my routine day by day. I very much like my days to be pretty structured, so that is the one nice thing. But this is definitely the most physically taxing job I've ever had, and I feel it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, my ankles, I'm getting a little worried about them. I don't know how to describe it, but like my ankles feel loose, but like in a bad way. You know what I mean? Probably legitimately overused of just standing all day. But yeah, this is not an easy job in that regard. Mentally, it's not hard, but physically, it's definitely very challenging. Ugh. Well, what can I do? This is the only job I could find that actually would be a step up from, like, literally poverty wage. So, I had to take it, Yeah, I mean, it's not all bad, but it's definitely I definitely would rather be focusing on stuff like this rather than spending all of my time just, you know, making food that I won't even eat myself. But I don't even make enough from streaming in a month to cover a single day's worth of wages. So it would be unwise for me to work less currently. I mean, I don't do myself any favors by not monetizing this really in any way because I don't know, it just feels cringe low key. Alright, we're almost there, almost done repairing. I mean, I guess I didn't need to repair all of my tools, but at the very least, I won't have to think about it for quite a bit of time, so it'll be worth it. Even if that means I'm going to be finishing this stream a bit later than I would like. It does take a little over half an hour to repair all these tools. I mean, I should start getting myself ready for, like, actually getting back into it. Alright. Oh. Did not mean to pick up literally all of the ender pearls, but that's chill. Oh. Maybe one day things will be better, but for now, we keep going. But yeah, if I feel like these streams are too hard to do, I might have to not do the after work streams anymore. I think those would be the best ones to cut out from my routine. Not because I want to, but because I probably would recover better if I just laid down after work and did nothing, as sad as that sounds. God, that is depressing, actually, but it's also the truth. I should Leave the mending book here. I also don't really need the God Apple in my inventory, honestly. Alright. Okay. I think that's everything. Alright. Let's get back to work. Or rather, get started on some work. Okay. Jump. Alright, looks like we were over here. Let's make sure on the chunk map. I don't wanna mine the wrong one. Let's see, 120, negative 72. Wait, what? No, that's not right. Wait, did I forget to... Wait. Oh, wait, no, I'm dumb. Okay. 120, negative 88. Okay, yeah, this is right. I was looking one ahead because I'm tired and stupid. Okay, let's actually get this going. Oh, I don't have my timer. Just gotta wait for that to open. There, over here. Okay, let's do this. Alright. I am a little scared of this chunk, I won't lie. I think from what I remember, there is obsidian already at the bottom. Like, not just lava, like, I already formed a bunch of obsidian. I'm just hoping it's not very bad. And at the very least, this surface is actually kind of nice so far. Definitely could be worse. Getting dripstone is fun. That's not an insta-mine we normally get. I think we'll get more of it towards the center. Seems like the center of our chunk area is more of a dripstone cave. Especially in this quadrant. You wish you were 21. uh. I wish I was physically 21. I think my body would appreciate being younger again. Also, have you tried growing up? Trying. Oh boy. Oh, this isn't that bad. Okay, we're actually getting a good amount of Instamine stuff in our first, like, 10 layers. Too young to have perms. No admin access. Yeah, this song is awesome. I think there's also air pocket here. Okay. I mean, the obsidian is gonna kill all of the time save, but hopefully this chunk isn't a real stinker in terms of time, because I'm already starting the chunk later than I would have, and I'm pooped. Lil Bebo. That sounds like another one of those mumble rappers that Honk really likes. What's up, Muffin? Carrots. You know, go good with a carrot. Some gold. silver carrot. Wait, I should be able to eat diamond carrots. I mean, that's literally how diamonds are measured, by carrots. Wow. I actually just feel my brain being completely cooked right now. It's incredible. It's like being sauteed and everything. Microwave. Nah, they're sauteing me. They're putting me in the wok. Honestly, though, if they put me in a wok and fried me up, I think I'd go good with like a nice hot chili sauce. Ooh, imagine a garlic chili sauce. Wait, that would actually be great. They fried me up. They would do this in a woke America. They're priding me up. Honestly, I need to be prided up a little bit, though. I actually, unironically, still... Like, if you knew nothing about me, you saw me in the street, you would assume I'm still super religious and very conservative. I low-key need to pride myself up a little bit. At the same time, though, Pearls has started vaping. Oh no. What did Pascal's do this time? Wow. First the guns, now vapes. Oh my god, wait. You just reminded me of something that happened at work today. I went to use, like, our employee restroom, and someone just left their vape in there, and I just took a look at it, and it literally said, cola slush flavor. Literally, what are these companies doing? What do you mean you can get cola slush flavored vape? Like, low-key, that sounds like a flavor of vape I would actually like. If I was to smoke, I definitely would try soda-flavored vapes. Utah vape flavors, for real though. Utah is obsessed with soda. That actually tracks so much. My god. Oh, hey. Dirty cola. Wait, but that actually would go hard. I mean, just a cola with coffee creamer flavored vape would unironically be insane. Like the most basic dirty cola possible. Wait, shoot, I gotta start vaping. I'm gonna break my 26-year streak of not smoking to start smoking dirty cola vape. I do wonder how much that vape costed though, because I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if the person who left it there actually went to pick it back up, because I think someone else found it and then it just kind of disappeared after that. Like someone higher up, I should say. But yeah, I also just wonder how much a vape like that even costs as well. Like, I don't know if any of y'all are vape experts, but I have no idea what vapes cost. All I know is that it said it was cola slush flavor, and it said it could do 100,000 puffs. But I don't know if that's, like, actually true. It's not like I would know. That's just so funny. Reminds me of a time when you were in college and a drunk girl was crying in the hallway because she peed her pants, so you helped her, gave her some extra pants. She then left her vape on your bathroom counter and you never saw her again. Just a little gift, you know? Okay, I think I have mob sounds off. I do. Although, truthfully, if someone helped me out like that, I definitely would give them like 20 bucks instead of a used vape. I feel like that would probably be a better... Okay, actually low-key though, like something like that, I definitely would offer the person, be like, hey, you want some DoorDash? I think this is a fair trade. You give me pants, I give you an order of DoorDash. Do you accept? Oh yeah, that's fair. I mean, you could get Taco Bell. But I'm saying, like, she could have offered to... She could have offered DoorDash instead of giving you a used vape. That's what I'm getting at. But yeah, that's fun. Well, then she should have come back the next day and offered, then. Okay, but real question. Did you hit that vape or nah? No? Good. Never touched nicotine in your life? Yeah. Excellent. Okay, can I be real for a second though? As someone who will never smoke, I definitely hesitated just a tiny bit seeing a cola slush flavored vape just sitting there. I was like, what? Like that almost sounds interesting enough, but I'm still never going to because that's disgusting. Like one, it's used, and two, like nicotine and smoking is gross. Nearly made the worst mistake of my life. I mean, I never was going to, but I definitely like stood there for a moment, like intrusive thoughts, being like, but like, what if you tried it though? I definitely would have regretted it if I ever did. No, but I very quickly rationalized, like, no, that's disgusting in more the ways than one. When you turn 21, you have income, you're definitely going to one of the weed stores buying edibles. I mean, I've never had weed or anything like that in my life. I feel like the vibe I get from stuff like edibles is that it's overrated. But again, I don't really know anything about it. Felt like nothing. Hmm. I mean, is like weed tolerance a thing in that way? Or just like it not having an effect at all? But wouldn't you have to like actually smoke first for that to really be a thing? Right. So like how can you actually just like is that a thing where if you've never had it and it's still like it can still just do nothing for you? Because I frankly have never heard of that before. Interesting. First time you feel almost nothing, many people, have had the same thing. Interesting. I don't know. I like there's many reasons why I had chosen never to do anything like weed or cigarettes or anything in my life. I really do think like part of that is just like my personality, not just my addictive personality, but also like my paranoid personality. I feel like I'm just one bad trip away from just completely ruining my life if I ever tried stuff like that. I mean, I don't know if weed really does anything like that, but genuinely difficult to get addicted to it. You have to be like already dependent on it. Alright, well, the thing is that I genuinely have an addictive personality. It's not just with like drugs or substances. It's with literally anything I like. Yeah, I definitely think it'd become like a habit thing for me, where it'd just be like, well, I'm smoking right now at this time of day, every day. Buddy, we know you have 1,000 hours drinking. Look, I'm just saying why I choose to not smoke. I feel like I'm doing myself a favor. God, if for no other reason, for maybe a more cynical reason, it just seems like it would eat up so much of my money. Okay. Cellular tinnitus. I am shocked I don't have tinnitus. Or if I do, it's literally never bothered me. Had it since you were an infant. That's crazy. Seaweed in chat, time to chat. Just intermittent ringing. A very low baseline rumble always. I mean, that doesn't even sound unpleasant to me. Seaweed. Makes being alone in quiet rooms very stressful. Yeah. Honestly, I think I'd rather have... By the way, is it tinnitus or tinnitus? I swear I've heard it pronounced like 5 different ways. Tinnitus? I don't know. I swear someone tried telling me this was wrong once. But, like, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, but I live in Utah. Well, it wasn't, like, in Utah. It was online. Okay, so maybe tinnitus is, like, actually correct, but, like, no one says it like that because that's ridiculous. Medical people when I throw a boulder at them. Correct. Okay, but like no one says it like that, so who cares? That's the fun part about language. If we don't like something, we can just kind of change it and adapt it over time. You get enough people to do something wrong in terms of language, at least, like, wrong to, like, you know, an English teacher or whatever. It just becomes correct eventually. I mean, there's already a bunch of contradictions and weird exceptions in English, so what's just one more? And in fact, tinnitus looks more correct than tinnitus. Trying to spread. Hmm. Tinnitus feels like an intentionally wrong pronunciation. True. One more exception, says the American stuck in 10 lanes of traffic. For real. Language prescriptives when you pronounce something incorrectly in the language where 90% of the words are borrowed from other languages and said differently. Yeah, I mean, English is definitely very strange language. I mean, every language has its quirks, but, like, growing up, the difference between Arabic and English is just, like, night and day in terms of the amount of exceptions and weird rules. Like, English just feels wholly made up in some regards. So it's honestly great that it became the default language, because that feels very human. To pick, like, the most weird and stupid language to make the world default language. That really feels very human. It's okay. We'll all be speaking Mandarin soon. I would be shocked if by the end of my lifetime Portuguese was the language of choice around the world. Not that I'm, like, for or against it. I just would be shocked. I feel like more likely it's gonna be a language from either China or India. Unless Iran gets its way and wins decisively and we all have to learn Farsi. That would be a fun change of things. Also, I apologize for saying it even close to correctly. I should have said Iran, like a true American patriot. So many languages you want to learn. I feel like I would actually enjoy learning languages if I had time to learn languages. And if it wasn't, like, kind of hard. I mean, are you fluent in any language besides English? You got so many languages on your list. It's time to get to work then. Okay, but like low-key though, Mandarin, Bengali, Portuguese, these are all good choices, I think. Especially if you just want to be able to communicate with like a wide number of people. Honestly, I feel a little bad not being as good with my other language as I used to be. I mean, it's just not very useful in America to know and speak Arabic, and in fact, it feels like a liability. But, you know, it would be nice to be able to communicate in more ways than one, more effectively. Like, I can still speak it to an extent, but, like, when it comes to, like, reading and writing, I'm kind of cooked, low-key. Alright, here we go. What's the damage? Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said there was obsidian. Oh. Didn't want that flowing all the way down. I don't understand how lava and water flows in this game sometimes. Yeah, but I guess sometimes I just am not paying attention to where that is or something. Oh, I looked away. Oh, yeah. Of course, on the night where I needed to do tool repair, I also get a chunk like this. I'm actually just going to bed late today. Oh, I'm so cooked. This cobblestone generator? Okay. I get it now. Oh. Yeah, let me make it daytime. Oh, this is awesome actually. Alright. I mean, we gotta be getting close to the end of this lava pocket. This is actually just the infinite lava chunk, I guess. Okay, I didn't want to go to sleep on time anyways, just chill. Oh, man. Well, if I wasn't reconsidering streaming late, I definitely am now. Okay, I think that should be it. My god, I see more obsidian at the bottom. Honestly, I may as well just take care of the obsidian from right now. Since I know it's down there and I'm already in the streak of mining it. Let's do it. Oh. Okay. Incredible. Time to dig my way back up. This one. Wow. If it wasn't for that Instamine, this chunk would actually be, like, truly dreadful in terms of time. It's already looking like I'm gonna be, like, 7 minutes behind average once I finish this double layer after all that. I think I actually lost around 10 minutes from Obsidian. The chunk ready to be eaten yet. I'm still brushing it up to make it edible. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? I'm okay. I am very physically out of it, but that's not very unusual these days. Yeah. I mean, it's just work. There's not really that much I can do about it. Honestly, I'm contemplating just not doing the nighttime streams anymore. Not because I don't want to work on this, but because I physically am struggling. It's just very frustrating to have to come to that conclusion where the thing I don't want to do is eating so much of my energy that I literally can't do the thing I want to do. To burn out. Oh, dude, I've been I've been driving myself to burn out at record pace, low key. I haven't I haven't had a vacation or a singular day off since I started my job nearly a year ago, coming up this month. So I'm definitely overdue for a vacation of some kind. Being physically exhausted while playing Minecraft, absolutely not a good sign. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, and it's not even just being physically tired, it's also like my mood is just not very good when I'm feeling this way, like just so completely out of it. I feel like it's just I can like barely talk while I'm streaming these late night streams, especially lately. So like it's just not I can't imagine it even being a fun watch. So I feel like it would just be better to reserve that for, you know, when I actually have energy, like on my weekends. But yeah, it's just frustrating. It frustrates me because I've tried my absolute best to make it work and it just still isn't working. And there isn't that much I can change to actually make it work. Yeah, you're not wrong, but the problem is that I feel like I'm the one chilling the least these days when I'm doing these. That's the problem I'm having. I just can't really get myself to fully unwind anymore. And it has nothing to do with the project at hand. Like, I'm really enjoying the project. I literally just am physically so out of it that it's hard to enjoy even with high motivation. Good job, Pixel. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I'm probably just gonna have to reconsider my entire streaming schedule. Like, just a heads up, guys, if I don't stream tomorrow, you understand why. I'm just I think I'm reaching a breaking point in that regard. It just frustrates me. Like, okay, I'm just saying the same thing over and over. You get it, but like, it's like, ugh. Like, I want to work on this, but I physically can't. I'm not able to enjoy it when I'm so, like, I feel like like, my back hurts, my feet hurt. You know, it's like, honestly, the only thing I want right now is to just lay down in bed. And I'm someone who hates laying down in bed. Like that's how defeated I feel. I'm actually just someone that unironically doesn't really enjoy sitting in bed. I don't like being in bed. It makes me feel worthless. I don't think that's gonna happen. I genuinely don't do anything that's actually worth giving money to, truthfully. I mean, I even said it earlier. I really don't do myself any favors by like not making any content or monetizing this in any real sense. If for no other reason than like I don't have the time to, I don't have the energy to, and also like low key asking for money feels kind of cringe. Especially since I am able to like live off the income I make at work. Just not enough to actually work on my passion projects, evidently. That's what I'm realizing. I think the only reason I was able to do Usa completion while working full time was genuinely like I was fueled by so many different things. Like, it was a different circumstance to now. And also, like, I was several years younger. So I pretty much just had infinite energy. I'm very much realizing I do not have that same stamina anymore. Well, also, I don't like asking for money knowing that, like, a lot of the people who watch this stream honestly seem like they're worse off than I am, and I'm not even in that great of a position myself. So it'd feel really weird for people to give when really they would be better off keeping it themselves and using it on themselves. I don't know. I think it's just I have a very weird relationship with money. I really don't like money. It's just unfortunate that I literally have to have money to survive in this society. But genuinely I don't want like money aside from being able to live. Like, if I made enough money where I could work, like, 20 hours a week and then also worked on this full time, I would be so much happier as a person. Apologies for prying question, but did you grow up in poverty by chance? Oh, yeah, of course I did. I mean, I still can be socialism's strongest warrior, but I definitely did grow up in poverty. Not like horrible poverty, but definitely enough to be like, wow, we are poor. Yeah. Like, growing up poor made me realize, like, money is low-key just kind of evil. Like, I don't aspire to be insanely wealthy. I literally aspire to see a world where we don't need to subject people to poverty anymore. Am I asking for too much here? Like, why accumulate wealth when we could just all have wealth instead? Poverty should not be a thing when billionaires exist. Well, the thing is that poverty exists because billionaires exist. So actually, poverty should exist when billionaires are a thing. In a just society, in a society without poverty, billionaires literally wouldn't exist. I get you, I get you. But, like, objectively speaking, billionaires only exist because they leech off of the 99%. And then people like Elon Musk have the audacity to say that we need to cut things like Social Security and Medicaid because we've been leeching off the system for too long. And that there's fraud and abuse. Like, buddy, you are the fraud and abuse. Look at you. Everything about that guy's existence is literally fraud and abuse. Honestly, I think we should absolutely fulfill his dream and send him to Mars. I think this is a good idea. Nothing of value would be lost if we send Elon Musk to Mars. In fact, we would actually gain a tremendous amount of value if we took all of his money after we send him to Mars. No, he wouldn't be able to tell the difference, and also he'd be doing his weird little X jump anyways the whole time. He's not gonna pay attention. He's gonna be very delighted. But yeah, I definitely... getting back to what Pixel asked, I mean, like, as someone who definitely grew up poor, it's hard not to feel like... It's hard not to feel a weird relationship with money. Whether that means you go down the route of being the strongest soldier for capitalism or socialism, though, that's where people can deviate for sure. But I definitely did not think capitalism was the solution to, poverty. I definitely didn't think, hey, getting gifts any kind. I agree. Like, I appreciate gifts, but, like, I literally never ask for gifts. And it's just one of those things that it's like, it feels weird. Like, I appreciate it, and the thing is that gifts were really nice when I had literally no money and in debt, even. But gifts feel really weird now that I'm, like, able to, like, scrape by, It's like, just keep the money, just do your thing. At the very least, I'd rather, like, socialize and sit down for a dinner rather than just getting cold hard cash as a gift at this point, Oh, me too, buddy, me too. Oh, man. Yeah, it's weird. God. I really... I don't know how else to describe myself sometimes, but I really feel like a yin-yang of just pessimism and optimism at the same time, I definitely think things are gonna be really bad for quite a long time, but I also do feel like there's absolutely possibility in my lifetime for things to get better. It's just the reality that things are gonna get much worse before they ever get better. I think that's where the pessimism comes in. There's just no way that it doesn't get so much worse before it ever gets better. So I hear a spider. I don't know where it is. I swear it's like right here. Buddy, where are you? Oh, there you are. Well, the thing is that I don't believe things are gonna just get better on their own. I'm not naive in that regard. I definitely think the solution to making things better is by completely rewriting the entire system. But the problem is that the only way to rewrite the entire system is to go through a lot of pain first. So the reality, the unfortunate reality is that if we want things to move in a leftward direction towards like an actual just society or something that might resemble a just society, is to basically destroy the system, and that's going to cause a lot of havoc and pain and suffering and probably death. It's going to be really bad. And of course, it's only going to be that way because there's going to be the people in charge that are going to do everything in their power to fight against it. If everyone collectively decided to actually move in that direction, it wouldn't be a problem. But the problem is that there's people doing everything in their power, whether through money or through weapons, going to try and keep the status quo of fascism forever. Yeah. At some point, it just becomes too much to bear, and the system will collapse whether they want it to or not. This has happened in history, and it seems like it will repeat. But to what extent and what outcome it will happen in, just hope it doesn't take too long. That's the worrying thing. And I mean, the problem with a country like the United States is that genuinely this country is so big and so different depending on the region that if the system was to break down, I literally don't see a way how the states could stay united. I definitely think this country will balkanize within my lifetime if drastic measures aren't taken soon. And that's also scary because, like, a balkanized US is a dangerous US. It might be for the better. I mean, okay, let's game out a scenario here. A balkanized United States of America. What does this actually mean in practice? Well, the thing I worry about is who's gonna have all of the weapons in a balkanized US? Because if it ends up that the people who are currently in charge end up with all of the weapons in a balkanized US, then what's to say these MAGA freaks just start bombing the blue side of America? You know what I mean? Like, if it got to the point where we genuinely balkanized, I fear that we let the weapons fall into the wrong hands in that regard. Yeah, that definitely would be worse, because as bad as this country is right now, and as bad as the people in charge are, they're at least not literally bombing downtown Chicago or whatever. But, like, if it got to the point where they feel pressured or feel like they're never going to be in power again and might get prosecuted to like, the end of the earth, I don't put it past these people to try and do something as drastic as that or as petty as that. That's the terrifying thing. So we need to make sure that, like, we not only get these people, but to be fair, they're instead bombing Iran and any country. So, well, yeah, because they take barking orders from Netanyahu and the Israeli government, but that's a whole different can of worms. But, like, I don't know. We just need to make sure that we need to kick these people out of power in not just a very quick time frame, but like completely. Like these people need to all be kicked out, all prosecuted, all immediately sent to prison. And to make sure that they can never like return to power. Like we need to not repeat the mistake of the Civil War. Because I don't know how aware you are, Jeff. Because I'm pretty sure you're not American, right? Unless I'm mistaken. But, like... Yeah. I mean, the big mistake of the Civil War was not literally executing all of the traitors to the country. Or at least prosecuting. Like, they didn't even prosecute them, really. They literally just let these people just come back into government right after the Civil War ended, essentially. And slapped a few people on the wrist. And then that's how we got the Reconstruction era, and then Jim Crow, and then just all of the segregation in the South, all the way through the 60s. So basically we had a whole nother, basically, 100 years. Well, the fact is the Confederates were, like, literally Republicans. Okay. Technically, Lincoln was a Republican. But, like, if you're using in terms of where they would stand now politically, absolutely they'd be Republicans. I mean, they literally still fly Confederate flags in the South. If you go to specific places. Like, that's the crazy thing. Like, it should be a constitutional amendment that if you see a Confederate flag, you are legally allowed to burn it down. Okay, well... Florida's just gonna Florida. They do... They're their whole own beast of whatever. They're gonna sink soon anyways, so it's chill. We let global warming keep happening. Florida's gonna be underwater in the next half century. Well, there is a wide range of reasons and rationale as to why people vote Republican. Hi guys, oh this again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that politic and history is one of my interests. Hope you're doing well. Just saw Florida off. Yeah, do it Bugs Bunny style. Strategic ice cap melting. Wait, we should just bring the icebergs to Florida. But yeah, there's a whole... Yeah, I mean, again, you're not American, so, like, I can get why, but... Essentially, there's a whole host... Like, it's kind of hard for me to put it on just one thing, because it's not just one thing, but, like... If you grow up in a conservative household, you're just more likely to be conservative. But also, like, your media consumption. Like, if you just consume Fox News alone... You're most likely gonna lean conservative. If you spend your time online in certain circles, you're definitely more inclined to lean right. I mean, this goes both ways, of course. If you hang out on different websites, you're more inclined to lean left and such. Watch different news sources, you're more likely to lean left. It's just that Fox News is super popular here and gets a lot of revenue to basically seed itself everywhere in this country, especially in old people's homes. Yeah, you get it, you get it. You hate Fox News? You saw inflation art on there when you walked past your grandma watching it? Wow, they really are focused on that Joe Biden inflation, aren't they? Yeah. I'm not gonna touch the UK. I really don't know that much about UK politics, to be honest. I'm more focused on my country and how it's falling apart, but from my understanding, UK is moving in a more rightward direction, or at the very least, a more polarized direction in general. It's, interesting, to say the least. Also, one sec. I mean, generally speaking, the younger the demographic, the more left they lean. But you gotta remember that there is still a sizable portion of conservative people in our age bracket too. This doesn't just go away by being young. It's really more of like, if you want to keep people on your side, you need to actually nurture that and not let wild propaganda infect their mind unchecked. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, though, is that boomers actually, especially in the last year or two, from my understanding, actually lean a little bit more left than even Gen X. It's Gen X that's the real, like, 100% on board MAGA type crowd, at least averaged out in that sense. Obviously, there's still plenty of Gen X that are left-leaning and such, but it seems like Gen X is the real, like, building block and foundational block of Trump's support currently. Yes, I want to give my rights away. Your mom is Gen X and she voted Bernie or something. Right, yeah. I mean, some people vote for certain things for very weird reasons. Like, my own family voted for Bernie in 2016. Not because, like, overall he was good. It was specifically just for economics. My family leans right in terms of social issues of all kind. It'll give them back, right? Voting Bernie for economics kind of beast, actually. I mean, it was also because I literally had to explain to them why voting for Donald Trump is a terrible idea. Even though I literally wasn't old enough to vote yet. I literally wasn't old enough to vote in 2016, and I was basically the one in my family explaining politics to them. It's kind of funny. Who remembers Andrew Yang? Dang, we really left Andrew Yang in 2016. Honestly, we need someone way more radical than Andrew Yang. 2020, dude, who is voting for Andrew Yang in 2020? Be real. I don't know, man. My radar always went weird whenever I saw Andrew Yang. I'm gonna be real. Something about Andrew Yang just threw me off in terms of where he leaned. I'm not gonna say grifter necessarily, but I just feel like even by 2020, I felt like we literally need actual institutional change. You live in nowhere, Georgia. My God. Help. May God help you. What is this image? Chicken soup. Yeah, I don't trust him just on that image alone. I don't know, man. I can... I can't do it. This is a Kyle Kalinske tier tweet. Okay, but like Kyle Kalinske is actually the GOAT though. Don't even lie. Don't even joke, lad. Hungry. He was a real one. By the way, Kyle is still like I would say Kyle has actually become even more like dark woke in a left like dark woke left sense. He's actually become more awesome over time. Dark woke is awesome, I agree. But not like Joe Brandon dark woke. I mean like actually dark woke. I mean, Zoran unironically is doing a lot of the lifting for the left in terms of like, here's how you actually do things, and here's a little sprinkle of hopium in your life. It's kind of crazy when you put someone who's actually somewhat left-leaning into a position of power who actually wants to do things. Respect Kyle for never deleting the tweet. I mean, like, Kyle is a very consistent guy. I can say this very much. Like, as someone who actually listens to him to this day, he is very much... He's very much stayed consistent in that regard. He'll say whatever and stand by it. It's just he also happens to stand for the good things to stand for. Like, he doesn't stand for just being a vile creature. I mean, you do understand why Automod held your message, right, Jeff? Like, I know you weren't being malicious, but that's kind of funny. Stupid immigrant. Me when I saw Happy Stick move to the USA. I don't know why I said that. I'm right, though. It's okay, I love Happy Stick. Nah, I could never forget Happy Stick. How could you forget a guy who FC'd Ado in 2013 and also completely threw for the USA by snapping his tendon? Ado is all you did. Look, man, look, man. That's all he needed to do. There's just so much aura doing Ado in 2013. He didn't need to do anything else. That's the Ado guy. Oh, I know exactly what fail sound you're talking about. Oh yeah, if you weren't using Happy Stick skins at one point in your Ursu career, you're literally not even playing correctly. I mean, for a time, Happy Stick was definitely among the biggest Osu creators, for sure. You know, Pixel, you say that. My fail sound for a long time was literally Kainan screaming after choking an FC on Max Love DT. The guy literally just completely blasted his microphone because he messed up a 6-star DTFC. It was a really good reaction. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't help that a lot of Happy Sticks videos, I think, got either unlisted or privated, which is sad. I cannot listen to this guy anymore. I don't know. You'd see a capitalist. Wait. Shh. Be very quiet, guys. Can't believe this will be America in just a few years' time. Imagine if you could pick up a villager and just put them in your furnace. Dude, if that was a mechanic, Minecraft players would definitely be doing this. I mean, Slavery in Minecraft is literally just optimal. It's kind of crazy. Dumping lava buckets on the heads of all small business owners. See, now that's a spirit. Oh yeah, I mean, if you're not doing slavery in Minecraft, you're not even playing correctly. What has been in this chunk? Nearly 3 stacks of obsidian. Alright, we're almost done. We're almost done. You built like 10 nether portals with that. Wait, I should just make 1 billion nether portals at the bottom of the chunk once this is over. Wait, back to the Kyle thing. His profile picture makes his tweet so much better. Dude, everything about him is just, like, actually incredible. Or, aura, as the kids say. It's okay, Manny's allowed to say this. Manny is an actual day oneer, so he's allowed. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I see 6-7 and I just don't like react at all anymore. I'm completely over it. I think we've moved on. Oh yeah, you don't have to find it funny. Apply another layer of irony. Wait. Right. Honestly, I feel like humor has just evolved into how many layers of irony deep are you? I don't know. The only number-based meme that still has a soft spot in my heart is 9 plus 10. You know, a meme is good when it stands up to multi-layer irony. 727. Oh my god. 727 became cringe. 727 literally has gone through cycles of being cringe, then funny, then cringe. I think Huck 2 was still a little better than 6-7. You are very brave for this take, you know that? You are one of the strongest soldiers in this country. Honestly, the only version of Hucktua I really enjoyed was that one YouTube video where someone took Hucktua as the sample source and turned into a Pseudopeton meme. I think that was a good application. Honestly, Pseudopeton makes anything way better, to be fair. It's kind of cheating. Yeah, there we go. Wow, what a chunk. What a chunk. Alright, that is number 172. Alright, let me punch this into the spreadsheet. Obsidian chunk complete. I mean, it's still not the most obsidian I've had to mine in a chunk, believe it or not. There was one chunk where I mined literally 300 obsidian. Like, exactly 300, I think. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm basically out of here anyways. Have a good one. See ya. Thank you for tuning in. Alright, let me punch in my stats real quick. 35 diamonds. How many diamond ore did we mine? 3038. Where is my... Oh. Ew. Yeah. Just a heads up before all of you start dipping out. I should probably say that I'm not sure if I'm gonna actually do the stream tomorrow. I talked about this on stream. I'm starting to think these nighttime streams might just be impossible for me to do currently in terms of energy level. So just be aware. I'll make a more concrete decision tomorrow, but I'll let you guys know about that. Anyways, I'm just gonna punch the rest of these stats off stream. But yeah, I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys like no later than Saturday. I'll be back on Saturday.